Good evening, everyone. We begin with breaking news tonight. There are no survivors after a private jet crashed into an apartment building in Akron today.
Investigators found 9 bodies in the wreckage, and tonight we learned that the plane started the day in Cincinnati. The twin-engine Hawker business jet took off from Lunken this morning, headed for Dayton's Wright Brothers Airport. From there, the plane departed for Akron. It crashed just before 3 on its approach to the Akron airport.
Investigators say it was foggy at the time and it was raining pretty hard. The plane clipped a telephone wire, hit an apartment building, and then crashed into an embankment. A second building next door caught fire. People who heard it said it sounded like a bomb went off.
All of a sudden, this plane just dropped out of the sky. It just veered sideways and just plowed right into the duplexes there. And it was just an instant boom and flames and smoke, and it was horrific.
All of a sudden I heard like a big crackling noise, and the next thing I knew my house shook.
I heard something. I felt a tremor as I'm just sipping my coffee. And I thought, wow, that's a pretty big car wreck. And so the bartender, my friend Lisa, she's like, I think I just saw the power lines shaking and waving.
Those on the scene say the cabin of the aircraft is intact, but it is badly burned. Investigators are trying to figure out if weather or mechanical failure caused the disaster. Crews say right now they are not aware of any distress calls from the plane.
There was no one in the apartment building at the time of the crash, but as one father told reporters, that was not the case just minutes earlier.
You know, I got a call from Jason. The plane hit his apartment. I thought it was a joke. Came back, find out it was. He just left his apartment to go buy groceries. By the grace of God, he wasn't there.
Now, one woman caught the crash on her phone accidentally. Paige McVeigh was on Snapchat when the crash happened.
Oh my God!
She tweeted some video which shows the moment the plane crashed into the building. You can hear the plane fly by and see the orange glow from the explosion.
We do know that the crew on this flight began the day at Lunken Airport. Local 12's Anjanette Levy is at Lunken now with what she's learned about the plane's history. Anjanette.
Well, Rob, I spoke with Lunken Airport's director, Fred Anderton, tonight, and he told me that that plane actually took off from the airport after 11 o'clock this morning. We've learned that that flight actually started yesterday in Fort Lauderdale, and the plane stopped here overnight. Now, the plane is operated by ExecuFlight. That's a company out of Fort Lauderdale, and the plane is actually similar to this one. It's a British Aerospace 125 that was built in 1979. That plane crashed with 9 people on board at an apartment complex in Akron, and no one survived. We are working to find out whether anyone on the plane is from our area. Now, after that plane took off from Lunken, it landed at Wright Brothers Airport in Miamisburg and then took off for Akron, where it was supposed to land. We'll, of course, continue to work this story and bring you any new information as soon as we get it. Reporting live from Lunken Airport, Anjanette Levy, Local 12 News. Rob, back to you.
Anjanette, thanks very much. To be clear, we're not yet sure whether anyone on this aircraft is from Cincinnati. We just know that the aircraft began the day here. Well, it sounds like it's going